Just a few days ago, Belair went to the XOXO festival and ranted about the alleged harassment Sweet Baby Inc. has been receiving for months on end, and she was basically crying about how, yeah, people are heavily criticizing the things that they're doing with their company, the decisions that are being made, and ultimately the way that the employees act. And now, of course, people are digging up her very anti-white racist past. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, it's not very shocking to know that Belair hates white people, Belair hates gamers, and doesn't really care about this industry in totality, but it always is good to have proof and evidence of the way that these people think and, of course, the things that they've said. Now, this is a tweet thread by Sickly the Ninja or Dread Roberts. And there are several different posts here. So first of all, this is what the Sweet Baby Inc. website stated years ago. I had actually shown this in a video not that long ago when I was showing off the changes to their website, because recently they actually scrubbed their website of the client list they had, of their upcoming games list that they had. They're trying to hide and ultimately protect the companies that they're working for, probably because they're receiving so much freaking backlash and every SBI title is being boycotted right now. But I did highlight the fact that this was on their website. It says, "Hi, I'm Belair. I'm a black woman working in games. Congratulations, do you want a sticker? I'm also the co-founder and CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., a black and queer-owned narrative development company. Right now, things feel very scary, uncertain, infuriating, and heartbreaking in the light of the government-sanctioned violence being perpetuated against black communities. It is important that we not only say something, but do something." So first of all, this is her pitch to video game developers, why you should work with Sweet Baby Inc. Like, I'm sorry, this is fucking ridiculous. I know I talk about DEI initiatives a lot on this channel, but this right here is just plain and simply proof that yes, Belair doesn't actually carry her weight in the industry. She's not providing anything to the industry. She just wanted initially to be handed a free pass, to be handed opportunities because of her gender, because of her race, because of her background. And this right here just proves it all. She also continues with, "It is challenging enough to navigate this world as a black person and to find solace, solidarity, and support. This is equally true for black people working in and adjacent to the games industry, where opportunities are rarely afforded, help is rarely given, and black and other marginalized voices are ignored, silenced, or actively threatened." Now, of course, when you say that you are being threatened, people do expect some shred of proof or evidence. I have to talk about this a lot when it comes to game journos. They constantly say they're under attack, they're receiving threats. I'm not saying you need to sit here and highlight every single example. But on the flip side, there is no trust between the consumers and the entities in the industry, whether it is the companies or it is the journos at certain outlets like the Kotakus, the Gamers, the Polygons. You need to show us some shred of proof in order for us to trust you and believe you, and they constantly do not do that. She wants to be handed things like opportunities because she's kind of a spoiled freaking brat. Here is another post, though. It says, "So despite the changing face of audiences, despite the changing face of conferences, we still look at our core demographics and say, okay, they're white, cis, hetero males, and we cater almost exclusively to them. We cater to them like a picky baby. What we're doing is creating an entire nation of picky babies, and they make us scared to deviate from what we actually want to do." And that's funny, given Sweet Baby Inc. only exists to scare developers into forcing diversity into their product. suspects. You're a narrative consultation companies who tells developers, yeah, you're going to be canceled if you don't end up diversifying. So she's saying that, oh, they make us scared to deviate from what we actually want to do, when in reality, she has admitted in the past to wanting to scare people into changing the way that she deems is appropriate. Of course, disgusting posts. Here's another. Another ex-Sweet Baby Inc. employee named Danny Lalonders admitted to not hiring white people in an interview with Game Devs of Color Expo, and said sometimes it's hard to work with white people, and because they wanted to create a safe environment free of microaggressions, which microaggressions are complete and utter bullshit, but I have talked about this in the past. Danny Lalonders is someone who's extremely controversial, and to top it off, she has been also handed a free ride because she's currently the narrative designer at Cliffhanger Games, an EA-owned studio working on a game based on Marvel's Black Panther. I had just also recently talked in a video about how the senior writer for that game was on X in a thread with Alyssa Mercante talking about how they think all gamers are bigots and they want that on a t-shirt. Absolutely disgusting behavior from these people in the industry. They claim to want diversity and inclusion and to want to provide people with safe spaces and environments, yet they act like complete pieces of shit. And it's not shocking, but it is disappointing to see this happen time and time again. Instead of trying to just respect human beings and actually act decent, they go into these interviews, they go on their web pages, they go to social media, and they spew tons of hatred. And lots of people are calling them out saying, this is absolutely terrible. Yeah, everything sounds like I'm a spoiled brat that can't handle life. She is a marginalized millionaire pretending to be a victim again. All these people do is pretend to be victims because they know it is going to get them attention, like in the industry. You know, Kim Belair, even Alyssa Mercante, Danny Lalonders, going back to Gamergate 1, Zoe Quinn, Anita Sarkeesian, these are not people who care about the video game industry. They just saw an opportunity to make money, and they have grifted off of games for years, in some cases a decade at this point. And it's sad to see. That's why I sit on this channel. It's why I call out these people's disgusting behavior. And ultimately, it's why so many gamers are boycotting titles that Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on, that narrative consultation companies have worked on, because these people hate our guts and we do not want to be walked over time and time and time again. They've become what they hate. Also, don't forget, SBI is involved in consolidating the new Wolverine game set to come out next year. This is also true. Definitely haven't forgotten. Well, still hiring for merits. I highly bet they would be gone within a year, fallen off of the other companies. Yeah, I mean, if we were back to hiring people based on merits because they are the best person for the job, 90% of these activists would not have jobs. They've filled these empty spaces, they've infected these companies, and it is sad to see. So, of course, I will be keeping my eye on this going forward if anything else comes out about Kim Belair or Sweet Baby Inc. But for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.